HOD creatives, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be making this beautiful turban cap you're seeing right here on your screen. Is a pleated and a twist turban cap. If this is something you would like to learn, then you have to watch this video to the end. So guys, let's get right into the class. Welcome back. So you already saw the cap we are going to be making, and these are the materials we are going to be using. I'm going to be using a raw silk fabric here. You can use a stretchy fabric, you can use a non-stretching fabric, but this raw silk I'm using here is a stretchy fabric. So let's get right into the measurements. And you also need a foam for this design. You need an 1/2 inches foam for the design and 1/2 inches foam for this design, and you can also use a wadding also for it. So let's get right into the measurements we have here. So the first measurement we have here is the cap. That's the turban base, and this is what we have, and it's on fold. So the measurement we have here is 14 inches on fold by 23 inches. So the length is 14 inches, the width is 26 inches, and on fold is 13 inches. 13 inches on fold. The length is 14 inches. The width is the stretchy part is 26 inches, and the unfold is 13 inches. I hope you understand that. So this is for the band. The band, we are going to be making a zigzag band, and this is for the band. You can also make a V-shaped band, you can make a round shaped band, but I'll be making a zigzag band here. And the measurement I have for the band is 15 inches by 6 inches. 15 inches by 6 inches. So the length is 15 inches, the width, the wideness is 6 inches, and I cut out 2. And this is the second one, which is 15 inches by 4 inches. 15 inches by 4 inches, and I also cut out 2. Please ignore my 2 color of fabric. Just ignore it, I beg. So next measurement is going to be for the crown. That's for the pleats and the twist. So for the pleats, we are going to cut out 4 pieces. 4 pieces, and it's going to be on the right. Pleat is going to be on the right, and the twist is going to be on the left. So for the one on the right is going to be the pleat. That's the layers, which is 4 pieces we have here. So the pieces measured 18 inches. 18 inches by 6 inches. 18 inches by 6, and I cut out 4 of it. 4. And the stretchy part is the part that is the 18 inches. The stretchy part, take note of that. If you are using a stretchy material, the stretchy part is the part that is 18 inches. So the other side, that's the left side, we have a measurement of 36 inches. 36 inches. 1 yard is more than enough for this design, and the width is 6 inches also. 6 inches also, and we cut out 2 of it. We cut out 2. So the first side is 4 pieces, the second side is 2 pieces, and I also go ahead to cut the foam, and the foam for it is 2.5 inches for the width, 2.5 inches for the width, and for the length is 15 inches. I minus 3 inches from it because the foam does not have to get to the end part, so we are still going to have 1.5 inches space for the end part. So I cut out 4 also. 4 also. So all you need to do is take it to your sewing machine, stitch it on the way down, bring it to the right side, and insert your foam inside. That is all for that right side. And for the left side also, you repeat the same thing, stitch all the way down. The foam we have is 2.5 inches also by 32 inches. By 32 inches. I cut out 2 also because we are going to be inserting it. So this one too, the same thing, you stitch it all the way down, bring it to the right side, and insert your foam into it. So that is just it for that. Now let's get to the band. Let's go ahead and sew the band. So this is how you are going to sew the band. I'm just going to illustrate it with a pin so that you understand what I'm trying to explain. That is, if you don't know how to sew a zigzag, and if you are making my this my own style, as in my own band, which is the zigzag band. So if you are making a round band, just go ahead and make your round band. If you are making a V band, just go ahead and make your V band. But here I'm making a zigzag band, and I've just gone ahead to pin it. Let's assume I stitch it down. So you can also go ahead and just stitch it down. All the 4 pieces, just stitch them down to put them in place so that you'll be able to arrange it properly. So you go ahead and arrange it just the way you are seeing on the screen. Arrange it, put that on it like a V, then bring the other one and put it on it. Do you understand? You stitch all the way down too. So I'm just going to use my pin to pin it down. Now remember that the measurement is not the same thing. So the big one is the one that is at the down, and the small one is the one that is up. So it's going to form that layers, that band layers. You understand? The down one is 6 inches, while the up one is 4 inches. So that's why it's giving us that layers you are seeing. If you cut the same measurement, you might not get that layers. So when you're done stitching your band just the way you see on the screen, then go ahead and get the midpoint of your cap. That's your cap, the base. Then go ahead and pin midpoint to midpoint. You also get the midpoint of your band, pin the midpoint to midpoint, and you go ahead and stitch it all the way down to this side and down to the other side. So that's just basically how you are going to stitch. So I'm just going to go ahead and stitch, and here I'm done stitching all my band. So can you see, this is the band, and this is how it looks after sewing. So then this is also the for the twist, and this is for the round. This is for the round. So you can see we are done, and we inserted our foam inside neatly. So the next thing is to put our handle. The handle is optional. If you don't want to put your handle, just go ahead and measure your head circumference and mark it and go ahead and stitch down. But I'm adding an handle to mine, and I'll just go ahead and mark 9 inches for the head circumference. 9 inches. I'll mark the front, I'll turn it to the other front, and I'll mark it. Then I'll just go ahead and put your handle. The measurement I have for the handle is just 2.5 inches by 10 inches, and I stitch it all the way down, bring it to the right side, and I attached it. I curved the down, is optional. If you don't want to curve it, just go ahead and stitch it that way. So you just go ahead and pin and then stitch your band, your handle, sorry. Then when you are done, fold your fabric into 2, pin the band, and then you go ahead and stitch it all the way down. Then you curve. Remember to curve it. Remember to curve it. Then you cut out this excess here. Cut it out. My scissors is acting up. Well, okay. So just go ahead and cut out the excess. That's the V that we created. So this is what we have. I've gone ahead to sew, and our base, our turban base, is ready. So you go ahead and weave it all the way around. Weave it very well. If you're adding lining, you can also go ahead and add your lining to it. So the next thing is to run your gather stitch after your band. You go ahead and run your gather stitch. Run it all the way to the other side. Right? Yeah. If you have watched this video to this point and you have not subscribed, please do well to hit my subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, so that when we post video every week, you will be the first to be notified. Okay? So go ahead and run your gather stitch, and there you have it. Secure your thread properly, secure it very well so that your stitch will not lose back. Okay, so when you're done, you just put it on the dummy so that you will be, for you to be able to continue with the crown. That's the twist and the layers on it. So you need to put it on a dummy to style it. Yeah, we are about to style it, so you can style it. Oh, and this black and gold is looking beautiful. Okay, so here is the pleat. I just put everything together, the four of them together, and I pleat it. Then this last one, I had to extend it because after covering it, it was not getting to the back, so I had to extend it. So if you are cutting, let that first one be a little longer than the rest, maybe by 2 inches. Let it just be longer by 2 inches. Then from the midpoint of the middle of the cap, go ahead and mark 2 inches. That was error, the first one. So just mark 2 inches for the middle of the cap. From the middle of the cap, mark 2 inches. So from that 2 inches, you are going to place your pleat and fold in the rough edge. Fold it in and pleat it and place it on that 2 inches mark we marked. So when you're done placing it, you go ahead and tack it down there, that part, tack it down, or you sew it down. If your machine can sew it, go ahead and sew it down. If it cannot sew it, go ahead and tack it down. Then use your needle and thread to tack your pleats down. But I'm going to be using my candle gum to gum it down. I'm going to gum it down just from the middle like that. Just gum it down, that's all. Just put them together so that it can just be in one form. So it's just that. So I'm just pinning it so that you will see what I mean. I'll just pin it and I'll just later go ahead and use my needle and thread to tack that part down, or I can try and see if I can stitch it down with my machine. So I'm just pinning just to keep it in place so that you can see the side, that side. So you arrange this side, you gum it down with your either candle gum, or you use your needle and thread to tack it down to each other, the four of them. So when you're done, you just take it all the way to the back like so, just the way you are seeing. You take it all the way to the back. Yeah, so and we need the upper one to cover up the rest. So that is why I said you should allow that upper part to be longer than the rest, at least by 2 inches longer than the rest. Remember, we cut out 18 inches for the four of them. You can use 20 inches for just that upper one, and the rest can be 18 inches. So you just go ahead and cut out if there's any excess. If you have gotten to the back and there's any excess, go ahead and cut it out. Then you take the back, fold it in, and then fold it again to cover it up. Then you tack it down. Then you also tack it down to the back of the cap. Okay, so just make sure you tack it down very well. So when you're done tacking, you pick the other side, the other left side, that's the one that is 2. Then we are going to go ahead to stitch it down inside. You can tack it outside, you can fold it in and tack it at the back there, or you lose this middle where this band part where we sew inside, you lose it, insert it inside and sew it. Right, you can also do that. So I've gone ahead to tack this part. I fold it in and I tacked. Then you bring it to the back and also tack it to that back, just like I explained earlier. Tack it to the back. So when you're done tacking, you bring this other 2 on it. You bring it on it. So you arrange it very well on the layers. Arrange it properly on the layers. So I'm just going to pin it down to so you can see, but you're supposed to tack down. You should tack down. So immediately you bring it to the on that layer, you tack it down on the layer, tack it down, tack it down, tack, and make sure you are covering that part where your layer starts from. That's that the right side, where the right side is starting from. You make sure you are covering it. So when you're done, you just go ahead and make your twist. You twist, because you have tacked that part down, it's going to stay in place. So you go ahead and twist and twist and twist all the way to the back on the pleats. You twist on the pleat all the way to the back, and when you get to the back, you fold in all the rough edges, you fold them in, then you go ahead and use your needle and thread and you tack it to that back. You tack it to the back. Just go ahead and tack. So I'm pinning it, that part I'm pinning. I will tack it off the camera. I'll remove my pin and tack. I'll remove my pin and tack. Machine cannot sew it, so you have to use your hand to tack it. So you tack it down properly. And guys, that is it. This is basically it. Just go ahead and do all your tackings and we are done. Voila. Make sure when you are tacking that front part, you make sure you cover that part, you cover it very well, and when you are done, you can put an embellishment there. And if you don't want to, make sure it's invisible tacking you are doing, so that your needle, your thread will not show. And we are done. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.